Yeah, this wine smells like tears.
No, this is really good.
I was like, if you're in a relationship that you're not having disagreements or fighting, in my opinion, I don't think you're openly communicating.
I am a little bit negative. I will agree with you, and I could work on that.
Very good.
Yeah, and then when the lights go really dark, I'm like, I'm like not doing anything.
That was a weird thing to say. I don't feel great about that. No, I don't feel real great about that.
I immediately.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Couple Things with Shawn and Andrew.
It's a podcast all about relationships, and we have fun doing it too.
Yeah, too super special.
Shawn has been dying.
I'm
for
hoping
this
they're our
podcast.
best friends.
That's right. We're interviewing Kaitlyn Bristowe and
It is
Bristowe.
not
My bad.
Oh,
we discussed
my
this.
gosh.
We discussed this, and Jason Tartick.
Yes.
And it was
they're amazing.
It was a great conversation.
I think I'm in love.
Before we get started, we're just going to jump right into it. If you could give the show a rating and subscribe to it, that would be fantastic.
Also, make sure to go to Kaitlyn's podcast.
Off the Vine. And since this is a longer podcast, this is longer than
Yes.
usual. I do want to remind people that you can change the speed of what you listen to. So I do that all the time. That's what I do.
Okay.
So if you have a budget for time, just speed it up. But let's go ahead and
Okay, let's do it.
Today we have a
Couples.
special episode. I'm really excited.
So am I.
Wait, why is it special?
Because it's with you guys.
Oh,
We have Kaitlyn. Okay, I don't want to butcher. Bristowe
yes.
and Jason Tartick.
You got it.
Okay.
It took me longer to get her last name.
He always called me Kaitlyn
Bristowe.
Bristowe, and I was like,
for like
That's what it
months.
was. I'm
Isn't
a
it like
little
it
shook
kind of
right
sounds
now.
like New York though?
Yeah,
Well,
maybe
he
it's
is
in New
New
York
York.
and me coming out.
it comes out a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bristowe. I was like, that's if we're gonna date, you need to
You
learn
really
how to pronounce my
Gotta
last name.
tighten that up.
Yeah, that's gonna have to be a thing. Of
Obviously.
course.
We have double date, double whammy. We're doing it all.
Yeah.
And it's
Yes.
Valentine's Day.
This is
Yeah.
great.
Yay.
Tell you what,
Can I
what a
just
beautiful
tell you,
thing.
Shawn has never been so nervous / excited. She was pacing in front of the front door. She might be acting cool now, but she's like she's like, I just want to be friends with them. Don't mess it up.
Well, good, because I kind of feel the same way. I'm like, do I force the friendship, or do I act cool? I'm not sure.
I was saying that too. So I just came from the gym and I was in the sun. I'm like, I'm pissed. I'm all sweaty right now. I don't know how to, what's going to happen. She's just relax.
Yeah, can you swear on this? Probably not.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know.
So you used to be a spin class instructor?
It was very brief, but yeah, I did. I got my certificate, did the whole thing, started teaching, but that was like right when I went on The Bachelor, so I had to stop, but I still love it.
The intensity that like the vibes I'm getting from you, I kind of want you to kind of
Oh,
walk
you
me
can
through a
see
class.
it?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Okay,
Head
now
rolls.
up it.
Yeah. Four corners. Yeah.
Wait, did you do Soul Cycle?
It was like that. It was
Okay.
at a studio in Vancouver. It was called
Oh, okay.
Eastwood Cycle, and shout out. And it was same style, like the dance style. And
I can never keep up with those.
I mean,
the legs move too fast.
I danced my whole life, but I'm the same way, and my legs they're not strong, and so I would just fake it a lot as a teacher because you can. Like I did. I was.
Oh, you turn the
crazy.
intensity?
Yeah, I'm like turn it up. Like never did. Or I was big on jumping off the bike and hyping up the crowd and getting in there because I'm like.
I always get mad when instructors do that because then I'm like,
I know, because then you have to do it.
But if you had to grade your spinning, when you and I do spin classes, the waist up for you is just unbelievable with your moves and your head spins and your rhythm.
But
it is
sometimes I let
the
my hair
legs,
down.
and sometimes she'll slow the legs down, but she'll still keep the head toss going.
Yeah. But do you admit that I am good at faking the legs?
Very good.
Yeah,
at that.
and then when the lights go really dark, I'm like, not doing anything.
Oh yeah, everyone's supposed to be going light. Kate's out.
Yeah, I did.
That's great.
I've actually a funny confession for that. One time I was doing I was at a class in Nashville spinning, and I was feeling this Beyonce song. It was finally you put my love on top, babe. Yeah. And I was doing that, and she accidentally switched the song when she wasn't supposed to, and I went, "You're the only one that." And I did it. It was dark, and and the music went out, and I was just hitting the high note. But it was a full class, so I was like, "Does anyone know it's me?" I don't know.
I did see a video of you doing a rap karaoke. It was solid.
Oh,
you
which
were
one?
crushing it. I don't know what the song was.
Where did you find that?
It was probably Shoop.
I was just say practice makes perfect. And how many times have you done Shoop?
I did it as an air band in the 6th grade.
I mean, we're talking 100 times easy. You've done live performances of Shoop.
Oh,
yeah. And when I say live, I mean
really
2 people, 4 people, 8 people. Oh yeah.
I mean,
she's like a one-hit wonder.
One hit wonder.
One and done.
I
well,
need
you
a
have
new-
one other one. What's the other? Oh, Salt and Pepper.
No, that's Salt and Pepper Shoop.
Oh, what's the other one? You have another one.
I do.
Yeah.
My lovely lady lumps.
Yes, that's it. That's it. So if you're one karaoke song, what's your go-to?
Is that Fergie?
Wagon wheel.
Yeah.
Wagon
Go to. I'll
Wheel.
crush
Yeah.
That's a
Great
one.
one.
Yeah.
That's a great
That's
one.
a great one.
You really pull out your twang when you don't have a twang.
Get it down south. I know.
Wait, that was really good.
Thank you.
Oh, gosh.
Sean has never told me in my life that I'm a good singer, so I'm just looking. I'm fishing
was
for
really good.
compliments. Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
I'm
We're here
impressed.
to compliment you. Where are you originally from?
Indianapolis.
Oh, okay.
He does not have an accent. He just puts it on for the wagon wheel.
That was
I
good
get it.
though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Sean, what's yours? Your go-to
I
karaoke?
break glass. So
But you got to have one like.
Oh, I
you
thought that
feel
was the
okay
song. I'm
with.
like, never heard it.
Break glass.
Great glass. How does that one go?
You're like,
I don't know.
Sing a song.
I
want to hear this
couldn't
now.
pick one.
I think
Come
you have
on.
a good voice.
I don't. Thank you though.
Well, we'll let you think about
She
it.
gets she gets real shy.
Oh,
well,
Do you
that's
get
what the
shy?
wine's for.
Yeah, we
yeah.
should pop that thing
Yeah.
open.
I honestly, I'm not shy. I don't know
No,
if that's a
stop
shocker
it.
to anyone, but when I'm put on the spot with singing, that's what the one time I'm like, that's when I freak out.
Yeah.
That's
Anything
me.
else, I'm like, just
Yeah.
singing.
That's
I'm like,
me.
oh, this is so vulnerable.
That's it is.
While we're opening the wine, I just wanted to, for people that
Spade and sparrow.
no, no. I'm just saying while you do it, I'm
Yes.
gonna for
suggested
my
it.
listeners.
Pimp it out.
Yeah, no, I've already pimp
you
it out
need
all the
to.
time. Spade and Sparrows at Spade and Sparrows, new wine coming out soon. But I want for the listeners on Off the Vine, if they don't know who you guys are, to just explain
Oh, yeah.
who you guys are a little bit.
My name is Sean. No, my name is Sean Johnson. Andrew East. We're married. I used to be a gymnast back in the day.
Don't
a big
casually.
deal.
Yeah, it's like not just any gymnast.
I competed at the Olympics once.
And
Did pretty well.
yeah,
You are a household name as
Oh,
far
thank
as I'm
you.
concerned.
Thank
yeah, and humble.
I won 4 medals.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
it's awesome.
Yeah. And then found this handsome
Yeah,
gentleman.
how did you guys meet? And you play football.
My name's Andrew. My resume is I'm married to Shawn Johnson. That's pretty much it. Did I open this wine bottle wrong, by the way?
No,
Are you guys
but you're
picky
never
about
supposed to
taking
hold
that
the
thing
glass
off?
like that. We learned
Oh.
that, babe. Come on.
I hold.
Kaitlyn didn't chill it, so I don't think it matters.
This is
All
where,
rules are off.
with the wine brand, I'm always like, I don't claim to be like a connoisseur. I'm not like, I can't smell it and tell you the year. I don't care about how to hold a wine glass. It's not chilled, and that's what I want it to be.
Wait, have you
On
ever
the
watched the
hatchery, good
documentary Psalm?
It's on my list. It's on my list.
I really want to know what you think because I thought it was strange.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they literally smelled the wine. They're like, I smell grass. I smell tennis balls. I smell
Tennis
fresh.
balls.
Literally.
Are they being funny or
No,
So
serious.
evidently
1000% serious.
evidently the whole thing is there's no right or wrong.
Yeah.
So there actually isn't a flavor or a smell to it.
Yeah.
But you have to be able to describe it in a way that, like, I would be like, oh, it actually smells like tennis balls. I know whatever.
What?
But like these
Okay,
connoisseurs.
what do you smell in this?
Wait, hand me one.
Dry January's over.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank God. Cheers to that.
You did dry January?
I did dry January, yeah. But we're
I
back.
did
We
not.
are back.
Cheers.
Better than ever.
Cheers. Cheers.
Wait.
Cheers.
You guys have to, okay.
Eye contact?
Can I? Yeah.
Sean's a freak about it.
You
I
have
get
to
it.
make eye contact
That's fair.
when you cheers.
This is
no,
great.
with your
You like it?
significant other.
Wow.
Oh.
Hats off
Wait,
to
really?
you, Kaitlyn.
Oh
Wow,
my gosh,
I
thank
love
you,
it.
sir.
Do you
Thank
do
you.
it while you're drinking too? Like you have to do it.
No,
the
no,
whole
no.
time?
That gets
Okay,
weird.
so
Just when you-
can I say this?
That's intense.
Too much.
Yeah.
Andrew, can I say
Yeah,
this on our
that
podcast?
just gets
What?
weird.
Can I say this on our podcast?
The word sex?
Yeah.
There, I just opened
Wow.
it.
Okay. No.
We need,
okay.
we
So I
need some of
learned
your
this.
rules.
Yeah.
I learned this from the Russians.
Okay.
That if you cheers, if you do not look your significant other in the eye when you cheers, it's bad sex for 7 years.
Oh, nobody wants that.
I know. So
That's a long time.
Make
to have
sure
bad
you
sex.
look
So
your
that's
eye.
like
funny.
that's like 7 bad sex. This is because we like
Seven
now
bad
that we have a kid, it's like
Yeah.
few
Okay.
and far between, baby.
I was like, oh, okay, back it down.
Yeah, well, what's
Sorry,
our
I won't.
excuse? Just kidding. That he just keeps drinking. Crying. Yeah, this wine smells like tears.
No, this is really good. This is really
like
good.
it?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Wait, when you like
Oh my god.
made your own wine, do you get to like sample all these different wines?
Yes.
Like,
But that's
Ooh.
scary because at the end of it, I'm like, was I just drunk or was that good wine? I don't know anymore.
do you ever buy wine from like Napa or something after you've done a tasting?
Yes.
And you're drunk.
Yes.
And then you get home and drink it later and you're like, this
Totally let
sucks.
down. Yeah.
all
Yeah.
the time because really just a taste isn't enough because I'll taste any wine and be like, it's great. But to have like a full bottle or a
Yeah.
glass, you can't just do that. I've done that so many times.
We went to Napa for his birthday. I got tipsy.
Well, it's rude if you don't.
You got very drunk.
That's
We bought a lot of
She
wine.
got hammered. We had to pull over on the side of the road so she could.
I was gonna say that's a rough goal. It's a rough ham though. You got to throw up, the hangover.
Really
well, wait. I do confessions on my podcast. Is that your confession? Or do you have a better one?
That's a pretty good one right there. I did just throw you under the bus.
I know you're like, stop. And I'm like, yes, that means it's a good confession.
You're
Go.
halfway in.
Yeah.
You gotta go for it.
Well, I mean, it's standard Napa behavior. You get drunk and you have a quick little puke and rally.
Yeah.
Okay, so like we had I was with the Raiders for a little bit, and we had been to Napa before, done the tasting thing, so I kind of knew what to expect, as you should have as well. Where like they give you 4 different wines at every different winery. And we went to 4 in one day. So
I surprised him for his birthday, so we flew up to Napa.
Yeah.
But we went to 4 wineries, so that's like a lot of wine, accumulative. And the whole time I was like just sipping. I wasn't finishing each sample, but Shawn would like reach over. She'd be like, "Quit being such a pansy," and like chug it for me. And then like after the second one, she was buzzing. And then after the 4th, like we were supposed to have dinner at this really nice place. We sit down and like legitimately, as soon as the waiter came out to like get our drinks, she was like, "Andrew, I need to leave. I don't feel good." So we got in an Uber and we didn't make it all the way back before we had to stop.
Ooh, how'd your ratings do after that one?
It's bad.
Yeah.
So a lot of that story sounds exactly like Kaitlyn and I's relationship, except Pansy starts with a P, ends with a Y. I'd be called something else.
I was.
He was-
I
yeah,
I think he was being nice. I said the same thing.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think it's
You get
dead on.
emotionally abused too, huh?
Oh
Jason?
yeah,
Nice.
but I like I do like the quickly let's go. That is like Kaitlyn saying. Kaitlyn will be like, everything will be great, hammered, life is good, and then boom, it hits this like break red light where there is no if and
That's a great thing. You know when to go.
Yeah.
Well, I usually should go before that, but I get to a point where I'm like, I can't go anymore. I'm out.
Yeah.
And my move, if you ever need a move, is like, because people know I just will leave. But I mean, I can hang and I'll drink anyone under the table. But when I get to that point, my move is to buy everybody shots and then leave. Because then they're like, what? The memory of the morning, they're like, it's probably a little bit later. You're not going to really remember too much after a shot, but you remember, Kaitlyn bought us all shots. It's a great night.
Yeah, that's really smart.
So you dip out a lot under the radar because you got a whole system for it. Huh?
Oh, yeah.
The problem is though, if it hits like when we were in New York and it hit the mid dinner and at the Italian place. Kate, we just ordered. She's like, nope, we gotta go.
I had a quick cat nap on the table.
You did.
At a very fancy.
It was amazing though.
That can be my
Wait,
confession.
I think you went to didn't you go to the fall asleep? Didn't you go to the bathroom and fall asleep for like 10 minutes? I think that's what you did.
What?
Yeah, you went to the
we've all
bathroom.
been there where you're on the toilet and you're like,
you took like
I can pass out
like a
right now.
10. It was actually incredible because we were with some friends and they set this up. It's tough to get a reservation here. So you went to the stall and you took a 10-minute nap and you came back like a new person. Everyone's like, you're like, oh yeah, I just got a quick nap. It was like you recharged the batteries.
No.
Swear. Yeah.
That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. I went to the bathroom and had a nap. I thought I had a nap on the table.
No, it was the bathroom.
And this sounds like Kaitlyn went to the bathroom and did a quick line. I did not.
Oh no.
That did not cross my mind.
Oh, that crossed. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't do drugs. That's what that
if
sounded
she did,
like.
she would admit it. Okay, she tells everything.
I'm an open
There's no
book.
hiding
I didn't
anything.
even think about that.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh
My
no,
brain
you
didn't go
actually
there as
like
well.
slept.
That is, I have done that before. I am a very interesting human being.
I was gonna say though, I've been in the position where you like go to the bathroom and you're sitting on the toilet and you're just like, wow, I could just sleep
take a
here.
little snoozer.
I hope I wasn't in a romper. That's
By
even more
snoozer,
awkward.
do you mean,
interesting.
Do you mean a quick
Yeah.
line? Is
Yeah.
that what you're saying?
That's our code word for
Snoozer?
It's a snoozer.
Hilarious. So your confession is that you throw it, but you have to tell one now because you can't just tell Shawn's confession and then think you're going to get away with that being the story.
exactly.
Oh, jeez,
Wait.
now I'm embarrassed. Now I feel.
Well, can you think of one and you're just too
Where I
embarrassed?
got like too boozy.
No, just any
It
kind
could
of
be
any
any
kind
kind
of
of
We
confession
can also
that
come back if you.
yeah, because I have another one.
Oh, for you.
Oh yeah.
Let's go. Let's just default
Jason
to yours.
Jason doesn't really like to embarrass himself, so he never has good confessions.
I have had
I
some
knew this
pretty
was
good
gonna happen.
confessions.
Yes, you have.
Yeah.
But I don't even know if you know this one. I was recording a dance at the studio in Nashville a couple of weeks ago, And it's like this really cool dance studio. They have ones in LA, and it's like kind of a big deal. And they do really big classes, and really, really good dancers go there. And I was recording a video for my scrunchie line and do edit.
Can you say scrunchie again?
Oh, did I say it funny? Scrunchie.
Yeah, you say it like.
No, it sounds really
the R is
cool.
really pronounced.
Like when you say great. Say great. Great.
Great.
Great.
It almost
I
sounds.
noticed I do it now. That's how I
It
know.
almost sounds Spanish, like you're rolling
yeah,
your
it's like
R.
you're rolling
It's
your
really
R.
fancy.
Scrunchie.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I
Great.
didn't even know. Scrunchy.
Anyway, sorry.
yeah.
No,
Do edit.
can I?
Good catch.
I mean, as long as you're saying it's not terrible. And so I'm doing this video, and I have a couple outfit changes. And while I'm getting my makeup done, I am like watching these performers practice in a couple of the studios, and they were really good. They were like these Broadway performers, and I was like watching on this big screen in the waiting room. Forgetting there was a big screen in the waiting room, I did an outfit change
On the big screen?
on camera
No, you did not.
while there was.
Let me pull up YouTube real quick.
Somewhere.
I think there was about like, I don't know, maybe 8 people in the waiting room, which could have been
Yeah.
worse, but
Yeah.
still terrible.
Jeez.
And I mean, full naked.
Oh, God.
No way.
Yes.
Wow.
Not even. I was like telling the camera guy and all the girls. I was like, I'm like, I don't care about the girls, but like,
Yeah.
just turn around. I'm like, I've just got to do this outfit change, and it wasn't a cute outfit change. I couldn't get into the pants, and so I was hopping around, like scooching, like trying to pull up the pants. And then after,
That's
just
amazing.
like, if anyone, I'm sure people were watching, but as I realized what was happening, I was like,
Wow.
and I just
my
God.
went behind a curtain, and I was like,
Oh boy.
I was like, Cleo, I just got completely naked. There's cameras now, like a big screen in the lobby.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my
Is it?
gosh.
It's
It's
you know
funny
what?
after the fact.
My brain immediately goes, great podcast content.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that.
You should just say those people were lucky.
Yeah. Well, they
Yeah.
were.
Yeah. They got the show.
and you had a nip slip the other day on Instagram. Is this? Are you
You
going
didn't
for
slip on
something here?
Instagram.
Wow.
I'm
Is this a trend?
really
Is this
close to
intentional?
1.8 million. So I'm
Hey,
just
tip you over. Tip you over.
Intentional.
I thought that would really get me somewhere. It didn't.
Man, I got to get more creative.
Okay, so the girls have like said their confessions.
Yeah.
I did think of mine as
Okay,
you were saying
great.
yours. It's somewhat along the same line. So it was my first time to Iowa when Shawn and I were dating. First time
Oh, this is a
meeting.
good one.
First time meeting her parents and like
Yeah.
being at her house and meeting her extended family. And we went to a family bowling night where they had like it was black light bowling. So all the lights were off
fun.
and just black lights, right? And so
I feel like
I had,
everyone knows
like-
where it's going now.
what?
Keep going.
Sure. I had like one pair. I had like one nice outfit.
Yeah.
Used to do my own laundry in college, right? Like as opposed to Shawn doing it all now. And and I guess I did it wrong, but pouring detergent right on the pants is what I used to do.
Okay.
This
So
is
I
what
show
he
up to
says
I show up to
was
black
the
light bowling
excuse.
and having a great
Yes.
night.
See where this
She
is
has
going.
this cousin who's like really loud, like won't let you get away with anything.
Nothing.
And he's like, dude, showed up to family bowling with some jizz on your pants, huh? And I look down and like legitimately
bad.
like
It
spotted
was really
like this,
bad.
and I was like so embarrassed. It was the beginning of the night, and the rest of the night I was just like sitting down, like
Curled
I
up in a
still
trying
ball.
have questions.
That is
though.
Oh, same.
incredible.
Still to
I have no
say.
answers. So.
Okay. Well, then we'll leave it at that. Because I'm like, is that a normal thing to get that on your jeans like that? Or I don't know.
Just
I mean, you know,
Don't ask questions,
remember
Kaitlyn.
Room Raiders?
No.
The MTV show Room Raiders, where they go into your room and they
Oh, yeah,
decide,
yeah,
and they do the black
yeah.
light. I
Oh,
mean,
gosh.
it
Yeah.
looks like based on that show, it's all over the place.
oh,
That's
geez.
true. That's
I
fair.
know, yeah.
That's a fair
I know.
statement.
I
That's
think
a
we just
good.
held hands.
It
for
was
a
funny
while.
though, 'cause it was like it was all down your pants. It was
That's-
it was in
That is a
compromising
great
areas.
story.
100%.
That's a
So-
great confession.
The most embarrassing moment I've ever had in my life.
And then you continued to bowl the entire time. You didn't even go to the bathroom, try and wipe it off. Nothing.
It was
There's nothing to wipe off.
no,
It was like it was
It was in there.
stained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
embedded in the fabric.
Like you could have
Yeah.
cracked it if you bent your jeans.
In fact,
What
it
is
did.
wrong with me?
While bowling, they cracked.
Okay, Jason, you're up.
That's hilarious. I actually have like 2 funny quick stories that are derived from a confession.
Great.
Okay.
So the first one is Kaitlyn had told a confession that when she, this is so fucked up. Oh, it's like, can I say those words? No, sorry.
Yeah.
This
I mean,
is
I
so
would.
messed up. So Kaitlyn, when she stayed in Seattle once, apparently I didn't have I was at work. And she was in my condo.
Going to make your confession something embarrassing for me.
Hang on. This is one. No. Oh yeah, this is embarrassing for you. But you already told the confession. But this comes full circle. So I ran out of toilet paper. So I have washcloths stacked. She used one of my washcloths.
Yeah.
No,
I know.
No, this comes back to me though.
Gross
full
and ouch.
60.
Okay,
Full
just
60.
pants.
Wait, can I ask the detail that I feel like maybe
Number 1 or number 2?
Yeah.
2.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
But I think
necessary.
it must have been like, I think it was the whole full story. It's like toilet paper ran out, had to like some finishing touches and used
Which is also embarrassing
but
for you.
Anyway,
like, you were like
goes
living
into
on your own,
my
no toilet paper in the house?
The funny thing is it goes into my laundry one way or another. Like not too long thereafter, I had like 2 pink eyes. So it's out of control. I mean like double deckers. Like I saw like an eye doctor, all this stuff. Well, yesterday I forgot we did this confession months ago. But yesterday I did an ad for this face scrubber I used. Okay. And I genuinely use it every day because of Kaitlyn. Well, I had literally the way I started the ad, not even thinking about it. And I actually mean this. I'm like, I don't use washcloths anymore because I don't know like how hard to press. I got my face cleaner. And I got so many girls like, yeah, we know why you don't use your washcloth, Mr. Pink Eye. Like all these funny things.
Literally just makes me look gross.
Well, that was fun. I thought it was funny.
I can't believe you put it in
I
the
do
wash.
have one more though.
Where else did you put
Because
it?
it comes
out
back
the
to a
window in the
confession.
trash can. I'd burn it.
You know, looking back,
yeah, like-
next time, that's what I'll do. I always like to talk about the dynamic of relationships where ours is we're both kind of loud and outgoing, and sometimes it's a lot, but I feel like just now you telling that story, I'm like, yeah, but wait, and I'm like trying to step over it. Do you guys do that, or what's your dynamic in your relationship?
Andrew's the louder one.
Okay.
I'm the more controlling one, probably.
That's a good combination. That's it. You need one.
Right?
Way to be self-aware, babe.
I'm a very self-aware person.
But yeah, I'm always trying to finish his sentences and
yeah, that's not
correct
controlling.
you,
That's
sorry.
cute.
Yeah.
But
cute to other people.
yeah, for like a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you say?
What our dynamic is?
Yeah. What's our dynamic?
I would say I'm the louder one for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who's the romantic one?
I would say Shawn is.
Yeah.
Sean's super thoughtful.
I
And
can see that.
If you go down in the master bedroom, I have like notes that she's written me kind of lined up. And yeah, it's pretty great.
Which obviously now I'm going to get into love languages.
Yes.
What?
We always ask love languages
Yeah.
too.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
You're like, we're already best friends.
Yes.
Can't wait to have next time.
Probably physical touch and what's acts of service?
Acts of service. Yeah.
Yeah.
Service.
He's words of affirmation.
Yeah.
That's me. Big
Really?
words of affirmation guy.
And I'm more acts of service.
See, it's weird because like I don't need you to tell me anything. Just show me.
I feel the same
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
Oh, see, and I'm like, here's another confession. But I'm the same way. Like I need just to hear it. Or sorry, I'm not the same way. I need to hear it, and I don't really care about showing it.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. And so the other night, the Super Bowl's on, and he's there, and he's not responding to my text. And my text was, "Holy Shakira is so hot," and then he didn't respond. But I see him on Twitter talking about Shakira.
Oh man.
And then I'm like, I'm trying to be the cool girlfriend, seeing how hot Shakira is, but really I'm like, I have to respond. And then I'm
I
like,
responded.
You need to respond and be like, babe, you're so much hotter.
Yeah.
he goes, yeah. And then I said,
What a trap. That's a trap.
no,
It's not a
You have
trap.
to explain the dynamic of our relationship too. Like she'll be like, "Wow, that good guy's a good looking dude." I'm like, "Yeah, that guy's a stud." Like,
Yeah, that's
I get
how we
that.
are,
So,
too.
like,
We
I'm just,
do-
like,
we
comfortable
do that a
or, like,
lot.
whatever.
and I
Yeah.
do that
So that's
too.
kind of like our background.
Yes.
So I'm like, I'm like, wow, this is cool. Kaitlyn's like, she is hot. That's exactly what I was thinking.
But I
Like,
do
we're
that-
open. We're honest.
Yeah, and I do that too. Like we'll watch Girls on the Bachelor, but okay, yeah, they are beautiful. But the thing was, girlfriend was on her period, shoving noodles down her face, eating Chinese after I had McDonald's for lunch, and I'm watching Shakira and J-Lo like
50
rock-
years old
yes,
look like they're 12
insane.
and they're stunning.
and I'm feeling a little bit like crying into my noodles a little bit. And I even said to Jason, I go, don't respond to that because I'm shoving my face with noodles and I don't want to hear it. His response, instead of saying, you're so hot too, or you're beautiful, is, yeah, I have a new celebrity crush, it's Shakira.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
and then I sent him a funny picture of myself, like fake crying, eating noodles. And then I went and plugged in my phone and didn't respond to him for a while. And he's like, Kaitlyn, you're beautiful too. What? Just respond to me. What are you doing? And I was like, my phone's charging. But
that's funny. I mean, I was focused on that halftime show. It was incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Women, it was really cool to see Latino
I was
community
really
women's
focused.
kick ass. But I also had some funny bets, and I did have a bet on the over-under J-Lo outfit change. So I was also focused on that too. Okay. It was 2.5.
This seems like an unresolved issue. And
I agree.
thank you for letting Shawn and I.
So you were really paying attention to our outfits.
Jason.
Yeah, I was.
Jason, babe, you're so hot.
Babe, you're so hot.
Yeah.
Jason, we spent like 15 minutes.
We should do this more often.
We spent like 15 minutes together. I feel like you're real cool, dude. Biggest red flag so far is your flannel shirt has like a hand pocket on it. And I'm confused. No, you have a pocket on your side, don't you?
Oh, cool.
I've never
no,
seen
pockets
one.
are amazing.
You have a pocket on your
Oh,
side.
yeah, that's
You see this?
like these.
Wait.
You don't even know that.
Wow.
That's the greatest surprise
Did you
ever.
know?
Do you ever
Do
wear
I cross
dresses
you
and
as a
find
country
pockets?
the best thing of
I
life.
know how the hell to wear a
Because you never know what to do with your hands in like awkward situations.
I will hate a dress and then find out it has pockets and I
And you
immediately
love
fall
it.
in love with it. And I'm like, and then everyone goes, oh, are they engaged? She's hiding her hand. I'm like, no, girl,
Oh,
my
God.
dress has pockets.
Caitlin literally said, it's like, I'm running the gym, get a change of outfits so we can come here. Caitlin gets out of the car. She goes, are you trying to turn me on? As we were walking up, it's like, what are you talking about? She's like, your red flannel shirt? I was like, red flannel shirts turn
Canadian.
you on? She's like, I'm so into that. So first of all, I didn't know that. Second of all, I didn't know you're not supposed to have side pockets. Third of
No,
all,
the side pockets are
this,
awesome.
I assure you, is the only red flannel shirt that I own and may ever own ever. So I don't know. We're gonna
I
have
would
to
say
roll.
my favorite though are the socks. The red socks with.
Wait, these are the.
Oh, boy. You're going to
Jack
kick
in
that
the
wine.
Box?
You're
Jack
so
in the
clumsy.
I thought he was definitely going to kick that one.
Yeah,
out.
He would.
Come on, Jack in the Box socks aren't cool.
Yeah,
We
they're
didn't say
super
that.
cool.
We're just worried about the
Dude,
wine.
you got the whole matching thing going
Yeah.
on.
Not bad, right?
I've never
Take
done
notes,
that in my
take
life.
notes.
I know.
Yeah.
He asked me what we were going to wear today. And I was like, I don't know. I'll probably just wear like joggers and a sweater and like some combat boots, like something comfy. And he shows up and I'm like, you look so good.
You look so hot, babe.
You look so hot.
Is that good?
Oh,
Good
cute.
job.
Yes, good job.
Yeah, but
Good
you
job.
ruin
Just
it.
keep doing it.
By looking at someone. I know. I'm just
Did I
kidding.
do it right? Did I do it right?
Just kidding. Should we
need some
play a
more wine.
relationship game? I'm like, oh, is this chair on wheels?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
It moves.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good to know.
Do you move around a lot? Like
Yeah,
you
yeah. I'm
shift-
very
so both of us
animated.
are-
I'm very. Yeah, you keep stomping
We're
your feet
animated.
and like.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's
Andrew's just
funny.
like laid back here, like.
Super
Yeah.
chill.
I know.
I think that's a perfect place to stop and take a break.
That's right. So getting in shape, it doesn't have to be about losing a specific amount of weight or getting to a magic number on the scale. It's about building healthier habits and feeling better about yourself.
Yes. So Andrew and I have really been focusing on better self-care, especially with a baby. Sometimes that can be put on the back burner.
Yeah.
Like lowering stress, our anxiety, raising our energy levels throughout the day. I mean, especially with Drew.
That's why we decided to start using Noom. Noom teaches you the psychology behind the decisions you make and helps you keep track of everything from workouts to steps to analyzing your diet. And then it also recommends healthy recipes.
What's been best for us is that Noom connects you with a personally assigned goal specialist and a community of other Noomers. So you have all of the support you need to empower that change.
Anyway, with how hectic our lives are, spending even just 10 minutes a day on Noom has been super beneficial. Look, you don't have to change it all in one day. Small steps can make big progress. Sign up for your trial today at Noom. That's Noom.com/couple. What do you have to lose? Visit Noom.com/couple to start your trial today. That's Noom.com/couple. Shawn, so I've noticed pretty much every morning for the past week, you've set the alarm off in our house. Nice.
I'm getting better about it.
Yeah. Look, all right. Every night, local police departments across America receive hundreds of calls from burglar alarms like yours.
Terrifying.
The vast majority of the time, they have no idea whether the alarm is real. Is there really a crime going on or not? Or is it just Nash being let out of the house? And all the alarm company can tell them is that the motion sensor went off.
But Simply Safe home security is different because if there is a break-in, Simply Safe uses real video evidence to give police an eyewitness account of the crime.
That means that police departments dispatch up to 350% faster than for a normal burglar alarm, and you get comprehensive protection for your whole home.
It's 24/7 monitoring by live security professionals. You can set up your system yourself, no tools needed, or Simply Safe can do it for you. And it's only 50 cents a day with no contract.
Visit simplysafe.com/EastFam. You'll get free shipping and a 60-day risk-free trial, so you have nothing to lose. Go now and be sure you go to simplysafe.com/EastFam so they know our show sent you. That's simplysafe.com/EastFam. You know what else? Flipping the calendar creates endless possibilities. New and exciting opportunities are coming your way. You just have to be ready for them. And it all starts with earning your master's degree at Ashford University.
Make this year the year you advance your career by earning your master's degree. Get started at Ashford University.
Shawn, so you know I got my master's degree in 2015, and I'm super glad that I did.
I'm jealous. I need to get mine.
You were there at graduation, and honestly, nothing else feels better than taking your career into your own hands and furthering your education. I got a degree in general management and can honestly say it's been super beneficial in my career today.
Ashford is so convenient and flexible. Their online master's degree program allows you to learn at your own pace. You can study wherever you're the most comfortable learning.
Ashford University's 6-week-long courses allow you to take one course at a time, and being enrolled in one class at Ashford means you're considered a full-time student.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Get on the road to earning your degree and making your dream job a reality. Enroll now by going to ashford.edu/couplethings. That's ashford.edu/couplethings to start earning your degree today. ashford.edu/couplethings. Let's get back to it. I'm having fun with this one.
So your baby Drew is 3 months.
She's 3 months old.
The cutest. I want to steal her.
Thank
I
you.
won't. She's very sweet and cute. And I mean, but how has that changed your guys' relationship?
Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
It's
In every way possible, but
in every way possible. And I think it's the biggest obstacle for a marriage and a relationship, just because you have to figure out, we both believe that we have to keep each other first in order to be good parents for her.
So good.
And especially with an infant, it's really hard to keep that dynamic because the infant can so easily become the focus of everyone's attention that you just forget about each other.
Yeah. So how do you do that? How do you put each other first?
So we scheduled every Thursday night from 5 to 9 is date night for Shawn and Andrew. So we have
even 2 days after we got home from the hospital.
Yeah, like
my mom came over. She watched our
so
baby.
Have you stuck with that?
We have
every single week.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And some of those date nights we've gone out of the house completely pissed at each other. Just like,
But
I don't
you're
even want
still doing
to.
it.
But we still
But
go.
do you come home happier?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like so important. I explain it to people like this. Like, you know, when you had like a roommate in college and there's like chores to do, like taking out the trash and doing the dishes and all that, like this list of things. When you have a baby, there's like 1,000 more of those things. And so the opportunities for resentment of like, I'm changing the diaper and I did this a whole day and like I'm feeding like there's more opportunities to be mad at each other. Yeah. And so for us to have these weekly date nights where we can just kind of put that aside, just sit at a table across from each other and look each other in the eye and just
remember
talk.
why.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then I don't know if you guys have this, but with your dogs, is there anything with your dogs that you guys don't agree on?
I'm so glad you brought that up before we answered that, because I was going to ask you if having a dog kind of helped you
I think
channel into having a baby.
I think 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because if there's anything you don't agree on with your dogs, it gets magnified.
So our babies
1,000
can't
times.
sleep in our bed with us every night?
No.
I don't know.
Oh, you're not into
I would say
that?
probably seriously the biggest thing that's actually like a real thing is like organic versus like medicine.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
I'm a proponent of utilizing medicine and you're not a proponent of utilizing medicine. So I did have and this comes back to the conversation at Super Bowl weekend. I'm talking to this guy, CEO of this company. And you know, when you're at networking events, sometimes you meet someone and you just like, you're stuck to the person, you get deep and you're talking. One of the things that came up, he said, if you are in a relationship where you are like not happy or you're fighting now, when you have kids, you have zero chance.
Yeah.
And I like kind of battled with him. I was like, if you're in a relationship that you're not having disagreements or fighting, in my opinion, I don't think you're openly communicating.
I love that, dude.
So I was like, I think It's actually, if you are communicating openly and you are having those disagreements, it's going to prepare you for that. So we kind of had this like battle back and forth. I'm curious your opinion being in that situation.
In what world does like a healthy relationship not have arguments in it? There's a healthy way to have an argument. Like if I'm like yelling at you and you're throwing stuff at me, like not healthy. But
I like that
there's so many different, like you grew up in Canada, you grew up in Buffalo, New York. I'm sorry that happened to you.
You stop. God, I love you.
But like, there's just culturally, like the expectations, there's a million different things that are different, and you're going to have to work through those as you're living together and raising a human being together. Like you're going to have disagreements.
I think the disagreements become more passionate after a kid because it's not just you that you're defending or your belief. You're trying to speak for a tiny human.
Yes.
And like protect them.
We both have different beliefs and come from different beliefs, and
you've been raised different. So I agree with that. But I mean, we've always been huge advocates of like arguing we think is good because you are being honest and transparent.
I agree. It's so much better than bottling something up or
or
blowing up. Like an argument can be also a conversation.
What do you think are some of the most important things that mean the most to you when parenting your kid? I'll give you an example. Like I think when I have a child, the things I think about.
Or are you going to birth the child? You mean we? Just kidding.
Not having discussions like that. But is discipline, like that the discipline's instilled, having respect for others. And then I think probably the biggest one that people don't really have today is accountability. Instead of putting blame on everyone else, I think that's one thing my parents did with me. It's not the teacher's fault. It's not the principal's fault. It's not your coach's fault. Look in the mirror. What can we do to be better? So those are the things that mean the most to me. I'm curious, like, as you guys now have a beautiful baby, like, what are the things you're like, this, Drew has to have this? Or like something it's important for me that, I instill this.
That's a really good question.
I
would say I'm going to answer what I view as important in raising a kid in our marriage first. And I think my answer to that would be like that Shawn just trusts me and I trust Shawn that hey, Shawn loves Drew, as do I, and she's going to do some things differently, and that's okay. And I kind of expect that in return of like, hey, look, I'm not going to change your diaper as soon as she goes to the bathroom. I'm going to wait like 10 minutes. And that's like not me neglecting her. That's me just making sure she finished going to the bathroom, whereas Shawn like changes immediately, right? And there's like, that's what I'm talking about. There's disagreements. But as far as what is important for me for Drew to know, I think a sense of gratitude, like the opposite of entitlement, is really important to me. Just like realizing that having a general sense of appreciation is like the best way to go through life. Faith to me is important. And then just like respect for everybody, and realizing that not everyone might be talented in the same way, but you're not going to be talented in the same way as they are. Realize that everybody has their own strengths and weaknesses, and just to respect that, like, and not get jealous or frustrated. Just like respect that.
I like that
good.
a lot.
Yeah. Really good.
That's good. You can agree, but you don't have to like. You're like, oh gosh, am I on this phone?
The only thing I was gonna add is like, I was terrified to have a girl, so we didn't find out what we were having. So, and I wanted. I mean, this is gonna. I hope Drew doesn't resent me someday for this, but I wanted a boy because I was terrified to have a girl. I think
I get that.
Both girls and boys have different things that are hard in today's world to like grow up in, but girls, I think, right now just have it harder. People are probably gonna disagree with me. It's a political statement, I guess. But raising a girl to be strong and confident and have a voice, and I think is really daunting. And I just want to be able to raise a girl that's very comfortable in who she is and feels like she can do whatever she dreams of. So,
see, I think I disagree a little bit, and it's okay. I just think I would never rather. Okay, let me think about how to articulate this. I would be more comfortable today raising a woman than ever before in the history of the world. And I think we're now, like, culturally things are shifting, and an open dialogue is happening where it didn't happen before. And you can think of so many cases in Hollywood, in corporate America, in politics. And I think open communication and equality with women in payment and every right that they deserve and more is now being the forefront of conversation, which is amazing.
It is parents like you guys who will make that. Like, I think the next generation of women is going to be, they're going to be so powerful. So you're going to be part of that movement for them too.
And I
understand your concern.
Tons of work to be done,
so far
right?
to go.
Like and everything, right? And gay rights and trans, I mean, the list goes on. But I love where it's moving today.
I think that too comes from like us. I think as a guy, you think it might be easier to raise a girl. And as a girl, to me, it feels like it would be easier to raise a boy, but it might be from personal experience and just growing up in today's world.
That's a good point.
So
it is.
No, I agree with what you said.
Yeah.
It is all based on each person's experience, but I agree with you. It terrifies me to raise a girl just because I think of things that I've done or gone through or seen or like everything. I think it does just depend on.
Yeah. Even a kid. I remember you made a couple comments like, "Do we even want to bring a child into this world?"
Yeah,
like she
of
said,
course.
you know, like,
seriously though.
We've talked like so. Yeah.
Okay, question for you guys. We always ask couples this.
Okay.
What is each other's biggest pet peeve? And then what do you love most about each other?
Well,
I like this.
I do too. Should we start with
Kaitlyn's like, where do I start with pet peeves?
No.
Start with the diss and with the compliment.
Okay. Well, for me personally, my pet peeve. Well, I'm trying to think of one that's not like so silly and like you snore, like something that's not.
Andrew doesn't
But
shut
that is
cabinet
one,
doors.
Jason.
Okay,
Drives me crazy.
actually, you know what? It's your old man noises. He makes old man noises all the time, and
Let's roll this YouTube video back and play all the old man voices I've made.
this is what he does. Well, first of all, snoring at night, he's like.
You snore too.
You just
I
said you
snored-
weren't going to include that in your list.
But
of pet
that's
peeves.
part of the old man
snore.
noises. I've snored twice
true.
in a year.
No, that's not true. You snore.
Oh my gosh, just take the feedback.
I know I snore. I'm self-aware.
He'll be talking and all of a sudden he'll go like with your nose. You
I
make,
don't do that.
It sounds like a Buffalo thing to do.
Yeah,
sure.
it's nasally. But I just went to the doctor and I got this new
oh my gosh,
spray,
again,
so.
you don't have to defend everything.
I'm excited. It should be taken care of.
What's the other one? I don't know. Just these old man noises come out of you. Remember the other night when we were in LA at the hotel and Lo was laughing so hard at you because he was like, I hear it. You'd be like,
No, I don't remember. All right, so old man noises.
Is there anything else that is my pet peeve? Or is that
I don't know.
that's pretty good?
Pretty short list, yeah, but that's good.
I mean, I could go on. I just thought we had to pick one.
No, that's great. That's great.
But what I love the most about Jason is, that list is even bigger. But probably like just your character in general. Like you just have really good intentions. You are you're just very well spoken. You're very smart. You're very level headed. You're very thoughtful. You're just like your character to the core is really, really good.
Oh, that's nice. Cute.
It was nice, wasn't it?
All right. For a little bit. All right. So, what is my biggest pet peeve?
I already know what it's gonna be.
What do you think it's gonna be?
That I'm negative.
Yeah,
That I
I
can
think.
be negative.
Well, I think it's overly critical, as you can tell, and just always it's glass half full with everything.
That's great.
And I think that's
You mean glass half
empty. Glass half empty. So like just simple things like, and we talk about this but you got these beautiful dogs are there. We're having so much fun. She's like, it's going to be so terrible when they die. Like, wait, what?
Okay. Okay, I'm not that morbid.
What?
No, you
I'm not
mentioned
that morbid.
You said that the other day.
I hold them.
This is so hard. This is what it was. This is so brutal because they're both the same age and then they're going to die at the same time. I was like, wait, what?
That is a
I think
genuine
that's
budget.
a female mentality though,
I
because you like
also-
think things
Yeah.
way through.
Well, I also think it's part of that if you like, and this is a good thing in all relationships, is that thoughts today are derived from yesterday, right? So we all grew up and we've had things. Oh, I just did the grew. Did you hear that?
I did.
We all grew up and like things that have created us to be who we are today. And I think understanding that about your partner is so important. So we've had we've talked about that in depth. Like, what is it? And you've talked to me openly about how things that you have seen fail, have then put in your mind that things will fail today, and it's something you're
By
working
the way,
on.
fail is fail, but just in his Buffalo accent.
Another pet peeve.
This freaking guy is philosophical over
No,
here.
he's so
I'm still
philosophical.
I'm still shook from our first like female. Is this the right condition to be raising a daughter in?
No, I love it.
This is
Yeah,
why.
we get that.
Well, and especially what you talk about for your YouTube channel coming up. Like, I just think the things he has to say are so important. I think it'll do really well. But yeah, I just think I have, again, like.
No.
It was really hard for me that my parents divorced, and I was like at an age where parents usually don't divorce. I was 18 or like 17 years old, and you think that doesn't affect you and that you're not fragile at that point in your life and that you can handle it and you know it's the right thing and you're mature enough to like see the why. But it's still, I'm like, I saw a failed marriage when my parents weren't unhappy. They were pretty happy.
Yeah.
Failed relationships in my own life when you think they're going to work, or I've suffered loss of a best friend, and it scares me to get close to people.
That's a big one.
Like certain things. So I am a little bit negative. I will agree with you, and I could work on that. But to me, I'm like, but this is why.
Right.
And I do actively work on it. Therapy is my everything.
I think a beautiful thing though.
Therapy.
I think a beautiful thing though, we've talked about this with other couples, and some people have differing beliefs, but we think it's really important to talk about baggage, just because it teaches your significant other that I respond this way because.
Yeah.
Whereas some people just don't believe, like, let's not talk about the past. Let's not talk about exes and how we got here because I just want to date the person you are. I think there's so much more to a person based off of what you've gone through.
I totally
It's
agree.
really important. So I think it's cool.
Agree.
But you have to have the maturity, I feel like, personally, to be able to realize that, hey, all the baggage that I do have has helped made me who I am, and not still be clung to that or bitter about it, or like let that affect your current relationship. You know?
Yeah, so that's I feel the same way. So I think like baggage is a history, right? But you have two options with history. You let it continue to repeat itself, or that you again, I'm getting deep. Either you channel it into like you find the positive from your past that brings you where you are today, so you don't relive that past. And I think too many people today will take the baggage and move forward with it and let it still impact their current situation. In my opinion, if you fall down the stairs, well, you should learn not to fall down the stairs that same way. And that's a really bad analogy. Because I don't want to get deep with other things. But the point is, like, the whole idea is insanity is doing the same thing over and letting history repeat itself, right? So while you experience that, you've learned from it, it'll never not be you. I think it's good to take what has happened and then find the good in where it's put you today.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I mean, it's part of forgiving. Like, you have to forgive yourself along the way. Like, me today in a relationship is 10 times better than me in a relationship 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Because that's, again, like, you just learn from every relationship or failed relationship or whatever you've gone through in life. But I do think, I agree with both of you, because I think it's so important to talk about, like you said, the baggage and the failed relationships and why, and because it does help each other understand, instead of just being like, well, that doesn't matter anymore because we're here now.
Right.
So I think it's just a combination of those things. For sure. Yeah. Here, I'll detour into a game before we wrap up.
Yes.
Okay, so this game is
Cranium's
just a very standard, most likely game. Okay.
Okay.
So we can answer it too. This is funny, the first one.
So is it mostly like you or me type thing? What's that?
You'll see.
Okay.
Most likely to forget an anniversary.
Andrew.
That's
Both
fair.
of us.
That's fair.
Yeah, we just
We
forgot
just
ours.
forgot.
Oh gosh.
It's February, and we're like, hey, our anniversary was in January.
oh gosh.
Okay. We forgot. But we remember your contract and when that's up, and we'll celebrate that. Who is most likely to cry over a movie?
Andrew.
Me.
Me.
Yeah.
What one gets you?
Up.
Oh,
Or
Oh,
Instant Family with Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, that was a
Tears.
good one. I was
Ooh, I haven't
pregnant
seen
though.
that
I
one.
cried.
Good one.
oh.
It's really good.
Okay.
It's really good.
What would
I
you
have a
say
list
get you?
Art
Art of Racing in the Rain. I was crying.
I cannot watch
was
movies
crying
with
the
dogs.
first, like,
Yeah.
10 minutes.
It's
Yeah.
off
I've heard of
limits.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Art of
Like
Racing.
Like a dog's life and stuff. I can't watch it.
Yeah.
I tried to watch one with subtitles once, and I turned off the sound because my whole thing, guys, is when dogs cry on movies.
Can't.
How did they get the sound?
Oh,
Wait, that's a really good question.
Right? I can't do it. It scars me.
never thought
That's a
about
good
that.
question.
Jeez. Way to bring
Have you
this
seen
whole-
Art of Racing in the Rain or not?
No, I
never
can't.
heard of
It's
it.
narrated by the dog, which is like
Whoa.
I might be able
totally
It's like a
next
dog's
level.
perspective.
Oh.
It's cool. And the dog's
It's
very
sad,
intelligent.
though.
And
It's
it's a golden
like-
retriever.
Yeah.
No,
Don't-
it's always a
one-
golden.
Peanut Butter Falcon might be my favorite movie ever.
Oh, actually, that was
Watch
really
it.
good.
Never
It
seen
is
it.
so good.
It's a
Shia
Shia LaBeouf.
It's here.
Anyway, that was a detour,
Peanut
but
Butter
go ahead.
Falcon.
It's so good. So
You'll
good.
remember that.
Peanut
It doesn't have a dog in it.
Okay, good.
Down.
Okay.
Who's more likely to go the longest without showering?
Him. Oh my
sure.
gosh.
Oh, me.
I just watched my
100%.
I love that.
It felt like a full week.
No.
I love
It was
that.
4 days.
Oh, that's not that bad.
And he always calls me out for smelling. And I'm like, I don't really care.
No. I don't call. It's not a call. I'll just like, when you smell good, I tell you.
And when I smell
No,
bad,
when Andrew gets there, I'm like, it's time.
Kate just
Yeah.
transitioned to natural, which again I support, but natural deodorant.
Which
But
doesn't work as
it's
well.
not working. So I'm like, Kate, like,
I'm like, you gotta
just
let
putting
like
things in your
time-
armpit,
Yeah.
like, come on.
When
It's
Andrew and I
okay.
first started dating, he didn't believe in deodorant. He thought your body naturally built up its
That's-
own
Yeah,
resistance.
you and I
That's
are
kind of
kinda
me,
like the
though.
same.
Yes.
That's kind of me. See, and
No,
I would have
I'll
thought you
support
would
you
have
on
been
your
like
journey.
that.
I don't like smell though.
Okay.
She
So-
picks and chooses. Yeah.
I was the
I do
same way.
pick
I'm
and
like, you
choose
got to
the
give me
battles.
3 weeks for my body to naturally like get through this.
No.
21 days.
Who's more likely to be late getting ready?
Be late.
Me.
Yeah.
I'm not late.
Oh,
I'm always on. It depends.
we're
both.
both terrible.
We need to be better. Hey, we're improving though. We showed up at 2:00 today.
202.
No. No, you're behind me.
I was 202.
Yeah.
Caitlyn was definitely.
But that's good for us. Okay, who is most likely to respond to a social media troll?
Sean.
Me too. How do you respond? Do you do the passive aggressive thing, or are you like, this hurt my feelings, or are you like, okay, Karen? What do you do?
I was fine until I had Drew, and now I'm like,
Oh yeah, the mom shamers.
don't come at me. Like I went back at someone the other day. It's no grandma. She's like, I'm worried about the health and
grandmas are the
safety of
worst.
your child. I was
Oh,
like,
gosh.
excuse me? And I went back at her. I was like, have you held her?
Right.
Do you know her? No, you don't.
Yeah. See, I love a good clap back. I think it's standing up for yourself.
We disagree on this
Yeah.
topic.
It just, I feel like it just fosters more. And you just
agree.
encourage
I agree.
more.
Yeah, and that's called engagement, and that's how you get your followers up.
1.8, baby. The road to 1.8. Nip slip and
The road
Just
to
let
1.8.
slip and
Let's make it a
naked
documentary.
changeover. And I'll tell you what.
Who is more likely to throw a fit during game night?
me.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
But passive aggressively. I'll just be like, I'll like be laughing, having a good time when I'm winning, and then I start losing. I'm like, I'm ready to go to bed.
Yeah. That's me too. I'll like
so
if Jason
Kate.
comes up with a funnier answer than me.
Yeah.
On like this one game quit flash, I'm like, oh, you're the funny one in the relationship now. I'm so glad you put up with me.
Yeah.
Okay, and then who? These are other questions, but who initiated the "I love you" first?
Me.
Ooh, Sean did.
Really?
This
I
is
made
how.
the first move, guys.
That's really cute.
I kissed him first.
That's right. This is actually a great story. We've never talked about this. The way she first told me I love you was she noted. I was at Vanderbilt going to school.
Wait, have
Yeah.
you seen Bruce Almighty?
Yeah, of
Oh,
course.
yeah.
You know where he covers every inch and post
Yes.
notes?
Oh,
I
yeah.
did that to his dorm room.
She did
No,
that
you
to
didn't.
Don't ever do this. It took me 12 hours.
Oh,
I thought it
my
was going to take
gosh.
2 hours.
wow.
It took way too long.
every inch. And then on one post-it note in the bottom of my closet behind the shirt, she wrote, I love you. On one.
And he somehow found it.
One.
Yeah, I found it. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
How many post-its you think that was?
Oh, too many. And it was, I don't even know who that person was, back then. 'cause
was the
that was
purpose
commitment.
Yeah, that's a lot.
was the
was
purpose of
so
doing
dumb.
it for him to find the I love you? Was that like the intent?
No.
No, she
Oh,
didn't
it was.
answer
That
was a
all the
quick-
time. She
No,
used to
I was
prank me.
bored. I had no life back then besides him. And I was like, I have nothing to do while he's at school and football practice and he doesn't come home till 10.
Yeah.
So I decided to post it note. And I was like, oh, here's a few hundred pads. Let's see if I could do this.
Oh,
I went to Walgreens probably 12 times.
You have a picture of this?
Yes.
I
we
actually
do.
No way.
It,
That's
don't ever do this.
incredible. I
It's
won't.
so dumb. It's so dumb.
I won't.
I will not.
But
That is the most thoughtful thing. I thought about doing for this Valentine's Day. We're doing gifts, and I thought about doing. I'm not going to do it, so it's not a spoiler or anything. But I thought about doing like cards because we love cards. 52 things that I love about him on like a little ring.
Well, that's sweet.
52. Why
am I
52?
doing? Why
She
am
could
I
only
not doing
think
that?
of 4 though. So
Yeah, I was like,
We gotta-
52's a lot.
She's like snoring. Dad. Oh shit, wrong idea.
Well, Miss Glass half empty over here, just being negative all
Going
the
to
time.
town. Going to
Very
town.
Canadian of you.
Yeah, going to town.
Going to town.
Sometimes they talk Canadian.
That is very sweet, though.
Thanks.
And that's how you said I love you first.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
very special.
Yeah, we
And
also
then
did,
you never said that you found it or anything. You didn't say anything. But then I was in your dorm room one day and I saw that you had taken the Post-it note off and put it on your notebook. And I was like, oh, shoot.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, he found it.
And then how did you say it back?
Mad Gab,
Yeah.
Isle, AISLE of few, and then
Yeah.
Wait, that's
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
this.
I know. That's
I
how
actually-
we like sign
I-
all of our cards now.
yeah.
It's I love you.
I
Oh my gosh.
I actually created a crossword and then like had
We were on a plane
Wow,
from
our
San Diego.
story sucks.
We used to do all this stuff back then. We don't do that anymore. You don't have time
Yeah,
for
How,
that.
how'd you guys do it? How did you?
We were playing Monopoly Deal,
Cute.
Jason was winning.
and
Yeah.
Jason was probably winning at that time in our relationship.
I literally.
Okay, I know.
Come on.
I'm trying to push your buttons.
It's where I'm like Monopoly Deal. That's my game.
But I have gotten really good.
Okay, let's
Okay.
hear it.
So we were playing Monopoly Deal, and you just looked at me and you were like,
Oh yeah.
because he was like, I really wanted like a big, like special way to say something, and he's like, but I just can't hold back. Like I just need to tell you.
It was just mid game.
yeah.
It just came out like instantly and naturally. You know, it wasn't anything planned. Yeah.
Wow.
That's
That's
really
cool.
cute.
It was cool.
Cool, cool,
Really
cool.
cool.
That was cute.
Okay,
I
this
like your
is.
little cackle before your laugh.
Oh, I have a.
It's like a thing.
It's a thing. It's a
like
thing.
we joke like yesterday. Actually, you laughed and I was in the kitchen. I just started laughing to myself because she has like a fat man's laugh. Like she like
It's a belly laugh.
It's like a belly laugh. Like ah! And like it's hilarious. It's amazing.
It's aggressive.
No, it's great. It is
Your
great.
philosophical
You
side,
have
her
a
cackle, I
great
love
laugh.
Yeah, he's very deep and like philosophical,
Love
and
it.
I'm more like, and how can I make a joke around it?
it. Thank you guys for coming on our podcast.
Thank you for
Coming on
coming
over.
on mine.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys will come over for game night.
Yes, game
I'm
night
like,
is a must.
can we schedule this?
Done.
Yes.
Not
Now.
Monopoly Deal though. I
We
feel
are
like
in.
Jason's kind of
Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll make you
Yeah.
feel
But-
really terrible.
But what's a good one that you can play with 4 people?
Golf.
Golf's a good
Oh,
one.
we played
Golf's a
golf.
good one.
I
Yeah.
learned it with your family. Yeah.
Do you have Xbox or PlayStation?
We don't.
Yes, we do. We have Xbox. We have Xbox.
Okay, so that's where we'll play Quiplash. It's on there. And
Quick
it's-
Flash is really
Oh,
good.
it's Jack in the
It's
Box.
really
Jack in the
good.
Box.
Dude, we love that.
Yes.
That's what I'm
that
talking
one,
about.
that one's
Yeah.
killing.
I'm glad we figured that one out. That's what we're gonna do.
Let me say though, whatever podcast you're listening, whether it's Off the Vine or a couple things, give the show.
You need to
a
listen to
rating.
both.
Give the show a rating and subscribe to
Yes.
it. Right?
Yeah.
I always forget to say that at the end, but it's so important.
You've been in the podcast game for a while.
I have.
You're like an OG.
I'm an OG.
You're
That's
an OG.
right.
Yeah, am I allowed to say that about myself? Yeah, I'm an OG.
Self-proclaimed OG.
Yeah, it's fun. But tell people where they can find your podcast if they're listening to Off the Vine.
Yeah, so a couple things with Shawn and Andrew is the name of our podcast, and then I have my own called Redirected. But we have a YouTube channel called The East Fam, and you can find us.
Yeah, your
just
YouTube's
go-
great. You guys both you have over 1 million subscribers between the two of you, don't you?
Think so?
It's
Yeah,
amazing.
We have fun.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Family friendly content. Yeah.
that's great.
That's so
Not with
great.
me.
That's right. That's right.
Don't listen to
Polar
my
opposite.
podcast with the kids in the car.
Yeah. Or mom and dad.
Well, my mom and dad can. But
Yeah,
maybe
that's
not
true.
yours.
Maybe not
Jason,
mom.
your YouTube channel, is it just called Restart?
Just restart.
I
Yeah.
love that. And you have an
Restart,
Instagram
restart.
I'm
page.
really
Yep,
excited
restart,
for that.
reset.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Nice.
fun. It's
Yep.
gonna be
So
fun.
you're gonna crush that, man.
I thank you guys.
I think so,
Appreciate
too.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to cross collaborate on Re-erected
yeah.
and Restart.
Redi-
There's some
redi-
common
redirected.
synergy there. I'm thinking about our sex later.
Oh boy, this is a good time to wrap things up.
And let's close. Thank you for joining
Well,
us.
I forgot there's PG. I'm used to Kaitlyn's.
That was amazing. Oh.
So good, I'm sweating now.